Okay, we're live YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lucas Brizola, and I'll be the host of the immersion. With me, amazing people. Thank you so much for being here. Today's topic, I think, is profound and very necessary. Self or worth after disappointment, reclaiming confidence, and just move on. We all experience moments of disappointment, situation that made us question our worth, our confidence, or even our choices. But we also know that this moment can strengthen us, teach us, and help us grow. Today we're here going to talking about how to rebind the self-confidence, regain control of your own life, and move forward more emotional maturity. Before we begin, let me explain about Talk and Talk works. Basically, a space for you to practice language every day, either it's English, Spanish, or French. This is not a class, it's just a immersion. The best part here is nobody here judge or correct you. The goal is simple to talk and have fun and gain confidence. I'm not a teacher, I'm a student like you guys. My role today is just to guide this conversation, to enjoy this moment with you. We are in seven, and fortunately, I will have to divide the room. It's just very important to have it more time for conversation. In another room, guys, don't forget to introduce yourself. It's very important, and the most importantly, respect everyone's times, okay? 5 or 10 minutes before the end, I will bring you back again to discuss our experience. Just a minute, guys, to divide this and the patience with me because it's not easier to divide this. Mm, mm, I think it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, Ryan is the first time with me. Okay, Daisy, Annie, Libero. Okay, okay, guys, that's it. Receive invitations, have a great conversations, and see you soon. Bye bye. I think it's better. Okay, with me, Diana, Elton, and Marcelo. Marcelo, could you start? Introduce yourself, please.
Sure. I'm Marcelo. I'm 37. I live in Natal, Northeast Brazil. Um, I'm engineer. I'm working as a project management. My main goal here, because I want to be able to speak better when I travel, even when I'm working. And that's it. That's it. A little bit of me.
Nice, thank you. And you, Diana, tell me about yourself.
Oh Jesus, today here it's happening too much noise because of my neighbors. So can you listen to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I'm not gonna participate in the immersion today because it's too much noise and I'm so stressed right now because the noise just started now. So I'm gonna be out of the immersion. Bye
Okay.
guys.
Enjoy.
Okay, okay.
Enjoy.
Bye.
And
It's
you,
possible
else?
today.
Don't worry, don't worry. And you, else, tell me about yourself, please.
Yeah, sure. So, hello guys, my name is Elton. I'm a guy from São Paulo. I'm 33 years old. I've been studying English here since 2023. I'm a host here as well, by the way. And I'm here like you to improve my English, to improve my confidence while I'm speaking English. I'm a software developer at Magalu Cloud. Yeah, in my spare time, I like to do outdoor activities. I love technology, motorcycle, and practice exercise and learn a new kind of sport, you know. Yeah, that's me, guys.
Nice, thank you, Elton. About me, I am Lucas Brizola, Batucama Brizola. I am 29 years old and I live in Sorocaba, the countryside, São Paulo, Brazil. I work in recruitment and selections with a focus on technology. And I started studying English at TALKNTALK recently. I completed 1 year. Uh, I feel so happy because I develop a lot, not about English, but about myself, you know. And I really like it to be here. That's it, a little about me. So let's go. Question number one. What does self-worth mean to you in personal life? Tell me your first, Elton. Question number one.
Well, it is something like, when you don't accept someone treat you uh, as you don't deserve, like treat bad, when you know what you really deserve, like, oh, I need to be treated well. I know my value, it's like today we see a lot people treat each other really bad, uh, or it is one of the points. I really believe that it can be really ambiguous, it can have a lot of meanings. Um and it's like I think that it can be as well like you don't have confidence, because sometimes you feel you are not good enough for the environment, for someone, and you feel a little bit shy, sometimes it can be related as well in my point of view. And yeah, maybe that's enough for now.
Nice. And tell me, another question for you. What situations challenge your sense of self-worth the most and why?
mm, when I don't know, maybe it can be in my professional life, because I work with uh, amazing guys, they are reference for me. And when you are not just work, but when you are with someone really good,
Mm-hmm.
in something special, and you need to show something uh, for him, in this context, I mean, I feel a little bit nervous, oh my gosh. He he mastered the subject, so I can't be a fool. I can't say bullshit about the topic, But it is something from my head,
Mm-hmm.
because I've been learning, I've been seeing that people who are best than you, people that maybe can be your reference, usually they usually don't appoint, don't judge you, People that judge, it is always the people know less than you, I don't know if I'm explaining well the topic, I'm a little bit I'm a little bit rushy with my English, but yeah, sometimes we are afraid because, oh, what he say about what I'm saying, so it is thing from our head, our mind.
Nice, nice. I understood you. Yeah. Thank you. And how about you, Marcelo?
For me, self-worth is connected with uh, personality. what I mean by that, every challenge that you come across through your life, you react in the way that you judge yourself like capable to do it. What I mean by that, to do it when you are overwhelming or under pressure, you are be able to overcome this kind of challenge, which makes you every day a little bit more stronger and willing to fight for your goals, in the other hand, put it on the some kind of situation that expose you to push a little bit more about this kind of challenge to try prove to yourself, in the other hand, that you are be able to overcome. Like exam, let's say you are preparing to some kind of future exam, and you expose yourself in some kind of testings previous, to try get your goal. And this kind of process that you come across in your front make you a little bit strong. And like I said, it's prove yourself you are capable, or your self-worth could prove to yourself that you are unmotivated another person, that's some blocks in your brain makes you think that you can't do it, but it's something that you should to, it's a little bit about more self-awareness. And I think self-worth is connected directly with personality and overcome. That's it.
Nice. And the same question for you, Marcel. What situation challenged your sense of self-worth the most, and why?
I would say when everything surrounding me say that I can't do nothing because I don't have something, I'm a weaknesses, as a Brazilian, as a doing that I came to a simple family, I can't because it's so hard, because every many people's before tried and they didn't to do it. It is that it is a situation that I try reflect a little bit and asking to myself, hey Marcelo, you can do it or you can. Can you do it or so I try challenging myself every single day, even in the professional life, and even mainly personal life, like a father. Because when you become a father, Brizola, I think Elton know what I mean. You push yourself to be a better father that you can be, So try overcoming, some difficult and some frustrated or family troubles that you had in the past, to be a present father, to be a good father, it's not about just being example, but being a better person as a father and try to build a citizen, to the world. But I feel this way when everything surrounding me tell me I can't do nothing. Right now, I'm studying for a public tender. It's, I wake up I'm 5:30 today, and I was studying so far, but it is a purpose, because I live in, of course, a hot place, but blue sky, beautiful beach, big center. I could be in the mall right now or even the beach, but I prefer being here, try learning a little bit about my communication skills. When we completed this immersion, I will continue studying, tomorrow the same, and try pursue my goal. It's not easy, but it is what it is. That's why, because a few months ago, some people judge me because I never pass in the public tender in entire my life. Okay. And I did start it, think about it. And, I'm not sure if I need to do it because I have a great job in a great company. I love what I do. But, if the most people around me judge me because I'm not capable, okay, I will prove, not just for them, but just to me. That's what I do. Thank you
Nice.
for so long
Eh,
there.
So sorry, what does it mean, a
Um,
public tender?
concurso público.
Oh, no, sorry, this is new for me. Tender.
Yeah,
Can you put
as
the
a as
question
a self
this part?
as a sorry as a self-worth. I never heard this kind of word before. Autoestima. I I knew self-worth like self-esteem. Isso para
Oh,
mim era autoestima, mas self-worth I never heard the first time.
Me neither.
okay.
Self-esteem is more common.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah. Cada imersão aprendendo uma palavra nova.
It is what it is. This is the magic is
Exactly.
happening. This is,
Exactly.
yeah.
I try to repeat the phrase it is what it is correctly.
Yeah, it is
It,
what it is. É o que
oh,
é o que deve ser, é como é.
okay.
It's not about slang, American slang, but it is our universal word. Yeah, it is what it is. Sure.
Yeah. When I heard you said this phrase, I tried to repeat it, but I not.
Oh yeah, it is what it
Yes.
is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Thank you, Marcelo. Guys, for me, self-worth means recognize my value even when life feels unstable. It understand that my strength plays past experience and they grow all matter. In my personal life, self-worth show up when I set boundaries, when I choose relationships that respect me, and the way I remind myself that I deserve good things, not because of what I achieve, but because of who I am. Yeah. So let's go the next question. I start with you, Marcelo. Do you think people often rely too much on others to feel valued? Why? Question number two.
Relying confiança, it depends how can I say it? I'm not just talking about family, but when it comes rely, I guess you should be a certain living with this kind of person that you can judge or even evaluation each others to try feel reliable to share something particular subject about yourself or even your family. But to just answer the questions, I I don't really believe that people to rely too much in each other's, because for me it depends the reliable level. That's why I don't believe on that. For example, if we start the network right now here for us the first time, okay, I don't know nothing about you, Brizol, or even Elton, but when you start, day by day, even remote or even in person, exchange ideas about job or personal life, across this time, we are to evaluation if you or each other's can rely on each other's or not. Yeah, but I don't think that people often rely too much on others to feel valued.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you agree with me, guys. I think sometimes we look for, I talk in general, okay? Not
Yeah.
specifically people. I think sometimes you look for approval, attention, or validation because it feels easier than building confidence for Eden. When you depend too much on external opinions, we can lose your sense of identity and start measuring our worth based only on how others see us. I think this happens because many people grow up believing they need to earn love or acceptance instead of learning how to value themselves first. It makes sense for you, or Marcelo?
Yeah, it makes sense for me, and I would like to add is quick something. Listen, uh, it is a deeper subject, and I would say even more. It is a very broad subject because when it comes reliable and validation, I think you guys will agree with me. We living in a generation, and I'm not talking about just Z generation. I'm generalizing all generation that needs this kind of validation. How many likes did you got yesterday in your previous video that you upload? How many comments did you got when you change your car? Uh, you know, and what I mean by that, the people around the world, building a lifestyle to them based on validation the others. It is a high dependence for that. However, we building a sick generation because this kind of dependence became the most people, including that I, know and live in, so frustrated. It's about personality, for sure. But when it comes like me, I usually just say I have over 15 years in corporative world where something totally different our real life. What do I mean by the real life? Personal life. Because the way that I deal when I am working is so different the way that I deal with my family and the people, the close friends that live in, with me. But when it comes validation, it's so I guess, to be honest, the most of the time, 80% of my life, I try to be polite, what is different that's be honest. Sometimes from my perspective, sometimes we need to lie to validation, to validate you, for example, because if I, for example, don't agree what you say, what you think, what you did, if I, for example, dislike, maybe because you and just you that was used to this kind of validation, maybe you can't fight with me or even, put it on the left, me deixa no esquerdo. You know what I mean? That's why, for example, a simple example, bring to us, you appreciating the immersion with Elton, but you hating when I'm in here because all the time I disagree with what you say, what the most people say. I try to be different than others, and that because that you're I feel I don't like when this guy is participating in my immersion because you know what I mean. But what I mean by that, I try all the time, always being polite, take a position that I can balance the relation with each others, because depends what I say, how I expose my ideas, behavior, stuff like that. It's could be some a route for you. It's a very broad. I'm sorry, Elton, to get it a long time.
Yeah, you said a good point about emotional dependence. Tell me, Marcelo, again, about this theme. What do you think emotional dependence feels comforting, even when it's harmful? For example, I don't know, in abusive relationships, especially uh, psychology abusive, you know? Tell me about more.
Well, when it comes to emotional dependency of something or anything, I would say you should looking for therapy. You should looking for try know yourself. What I mean by that, self-awareness, and be mindful what happened with you. Because switch to português, se toda crítica ofende você, nenhum feedback vai te construir como pessoa, como cidadão, como profissional, como filho, como marido, como namorado, como sobrinho, como primo. You know what I mean? That's why, being a strong and huge sensitive person, I'm not sure if that is something good, something, suitable, adequado for for this day, including for our modern world. I'm not sure. That's why I try to balance it and learning a little bit about this emotion, mental health, um, emotions, human relations, and how to deal people, because it's so important when you comes. It is it's totally different when you, for example, deal with a system, a program, a software, or some kind of machine. When you comes to when you start deal people directly and indirectly, because it's involving emotions, it's involving polite, it's involving sensitive emotions. Yeah, but as a professional, as a dad, I'm sorry, the father, I tried learning even as a professional, because it's not just about being soft and hard skills. Nowadays, I try to spend a lot of time looking for how can I learn and deal about the soft skills. Sorry, Elton again.
Wow. Well, good one. And you, El, to tell me about the question number two, and to tell me about emotional dependence. Do you agree if Marcelo said?
Yeah, it is not a easy question to answer, but yeah, in terms, I agree with the sentence, with the question. Uh, uh, Especially nowadays, with social medias, it is more it's more common to see people looking for or being visible or being influence, someone that represents a thing, Today, I really believe that we can see more this kind uh, of situation, but it is not something new. I was thinking while Marcelo was talking, and when I was young, I had known some guys that they were like that, they were that kind of guy that um were all the time playing I don't know, joking, with everyone, you know. So you could realize that it was someone looking for uh, approbation, look for uh, look like I said before, look to be uh, to create connection, to have a lot of friends, But at the end, you know that it is not something real, it is some kind of it is like a character, I don't know how can I say that in English, a personagem. I think that it is character. Uh, but nowadays, like I said before, we can see more because we are all the time using social medias. We are seeing people traveling. We are seeing people in a good restaurant, practicing a lot of kinds of sports, And sometimes I think that it push yourself, oh, I need to do something new. I need to do something different, you know. I need to visit that place as well and take a picture to post, you know. So people are looking for uh, approbation is right, the sentence. Okay. And yeah, I feel that nowadays, sometimes social media can corrupt you, Uh, so yeah, this kind of situation is more usual than it is more common than in the past because nowadays, we work a lot with our image, So in the past, we hadn't that, social medias. We couldn't post a travel, a trip, our car, our goals, And today, people would like to share something cool, for everyone, for the network, for the friends, for the connections. Anyway, what is the other question? The another question?
About the
Dependent.
question, the emotional dependence. What do you think emotional dependence feels comforting even when it's harmful? First, I, I thought a new question for you. You said about social media. Do you think that choice who use social media, who post in their entire lives on social media, you post, I don't know, illusions, have a good life. Do you believe that the person is losing their essence, their values, or not? How do you think about this?
Well, sometimes, not lose the essence, the sense, What I'm seeing, people, like I said before, people, they want to share something, you know. But today we know that our reality here in Brazil is not good, Uh, just a small part of the population can really spend money, can really travel to a cool place, it can practice a lot of kind of thing, Uh, and what I'm seeing is that people who is not living, who is not going out, but are spending much more time on social medias, scrolling down, living others' life, with the screen, with the cell phone. Uh, so yeah, sometimes people they are not enjoying, you know, like going to the park, walk on the street, play with the kids, because they are spend a lot of time, waste a lot of time worried about others' life, on the cell phone. So yeah, in terms, I think so. People sometimes are lose the essence, because they are not enjoying the journey. They are not they are not enjoying the present, you know. They are so excited and anxiety, with the future, with oh, I need to find a way to travel, to show something, to post to my friends that I'm cool as well, and yeah, anyway, there are a lot of things to talk about it.
Yes, and tell me more about emotional dependence. What do you think emotional dependence feels comforting even when it's harmful?
So what is the meaning of harmful? I forgot.
Harmful. Harmful is prejudicial.
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 So yeah, the emotional dependence, uh, it is really harmful, it is terrible in my point of view. And it's like someone that depends on social medias, it's almost the same thing. But emotional dependence, it is terrible for me because I've seen, a lot of couples accepting, uh, every kinds of low situations, you know, because they are they have a dependence, they have an emotional dependence each other, even be uh, I forgot the word now, but even when they, oh my gosh, how can I say trair? I forgot the word now. Anyway, guys. So, they are accepting bad situations because they have some kinds of a dependence, and it is not good for me, I mean, when you are not inside the situation, you can see, you know. I'm not judging them because sometimes when you are leaving the situation, you are not aware that you are with some emotional dependence, you know. But uh, when we are away, when we can see with another optical, you know, in a different optical, we can see the situation and it's not good.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Trair is betrayal.
Betrayed.
Betrayal, yeah. So, about emotional dependence, I totally agree with you guys. I think emotional dependence can feel comforting because many harmful, I think it's comforting because it gives a sense of stability, certain and the connections, even relationships or situations is actually health. I think when someone becomes emotionally dependent, then I feels, I don't know, safe, especially if other person feel many money, predictable because even if the dynamic is one health is familiar, I don't know, in the human brain tends to prefer the familiar over in the i- one one no needed emotional dependence can I think emotional dependence can create illusions that you matter more when someone else becomes your emotional anchor, you know. And I think discomfort comes from the illusion of control and the closeness, but the harm comes from losing parts of yourself. It's the process, ignoring or your needs or believing your worth depends on the another person, attention, approval, I think. Guys, we discussed two questions at the time so quickly. Oh my God.
Yeah, the
So,
question was deep.
yeah, so intense the question, right? So let's go. I think I have a time for one more question. Let me see. I think the question number 8. I start with you, Welton. What boundaries are important to protect your emotional well-being?
Good question. For sure, we need to have boundaries, you know. We need to create a limit. And yeah, maybe we need to have a self knowledge, you know, like it's sometimes therapy or know better about your feelings, yourself, you know. I'm trying to say that you know, we can't accept everything. Uh, and you need to be aware, you know, when someone is passing the limits, the boundaries, you know, and treating us as a fool or, you know, it's a hard question because there are a lot of ways to explain that, but just to summarize, I really believe that you need to it's like a self-esteem, you know, you need to have self-esteem. You need to know your value, you know, and don't accept to be treated bad. Uh, and you know, yeah, that's enough, you guys. I can't explain that better. I'm hearing a, a high loud. Oh my gosh, I can't think better.
Don't worry, Elton. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's hard to describe it because I think it exists some important boundaries to protect, right? But I think the most important say no, you know, when something don't want to feel right, limiting contact with the people who drain my energy and being honest about my needs. I also, for example, try to create a space for rest avoiding taking responsibility for other people emotions and the choice relationships here perspective worth both ways. I think these boundaries help me stay balanced and connected to myself. Yeah. Thank you, Elton. And how about you, Marcelo?
Well, for me, you guys, set up boundaries. What boundaries are important in? I would say for me, respect. You know, if you are respecting with me, we are balancing because I will respect you at the same level. But if you decide, you know, overwhelming kind of boundary, maybe our relations can be down. That's why, of course, I would say it's not just about set up boundaries, but in the other hand, makes try being of course a polite person without losing expectation from the other, because if you are a struggle, polite and how can I say, a predictable person, maybe you can make the others feel afraid over you, and this kind of relations can be a distance. That's why I think you should balance it, but the first of all, respecting should be can I say a shape about your relations with people that surround you. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Marcelo. Guys, we don't have more time. Thank you so much, Marcelo and the Elton. I really appreciated the conversation, so reflective. And the guys in another room tell me how was conversation for you? Is deep? Is easier? Tell me your first, Ryan.
I talked like two times. It was very profound. We didn't have words to express ourselves, but it was interesting. We were answering question number 12. Yeah, it was nice to talk to Desiani and Patricia. We shared some experiences, and it was interesting.
Nice. Thank you, Ryan. And you, Daisiane, tell me.
I like the topic and very great and reflective.
Yeah, so deep, so reflective. Yeah, I reflect a lot about this theme. Thank you, Daisiane. Patricia, and you, tell me, how experience it for you?
I learned a lot today with Ryan and Daisiane. I loved this topic. Amazing. I learned many words and it was a lot of fun. Wonderful.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much. Guys, and I feel so appreciated when you said I like this topic, this conversation, because it's not easy to create theme, and I feel so happy when you said I love this theme, something like that. Thank you so much, guys. And Elton, tell me, did you like its conversation so deep? Elton, can you hear me?
Sorry, guys. I loved the conversation. Like Ryan said before, it wasn't we hadn't a word to explain better. It is a deep topic, and yeah, it was amazing. Thank you.
Nice, thank you for being here. And you, Marcelo, tell me.
Of course, it was a great subjecting, and please keep doing. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Marcelo. Thank you guys for being here. I so appreciate it. Guys, my next immersion will be Friday night, 8 p.m. and this theme is responsibility and the self-leaderships in the journey to fluency with a talk and talk. This topic is very interesting because we will be discuss how focused you are or learning English or another language. This theme is so verdadeiro chacoalhão in you, you know. This question are in the planning and everyone is invited, okay? So thank you so much, guys.